Our last talk for this lunch session. With me here is Hendrik from Sovereign Speed. Happy to have you here. You joined me last year as well. This time you witnessed the trucking session. I think it was trucking 2. I think it's LTL or something. So which were the startups and what did they talk about? What were their ideas?
Yeah, thank you for being here again. I got a very, very interesting session with 3 startups. It's Cargometer, it's Enride, and it's Trax. So all these 3 startups have different products, work on the same approach for sustainability and efficiency in logistics. Go on the single startups, Cargometer, make excellence in freight dimensioning. They created automatic measurement in motion, and it's unaffected for the workflow. That means that you could install very simple and easy camera system, deep camera system at the gates, and the forklift drive through the gates, and in this moment you got the measurements of the shipments. Combining with the scaling on the forklift, you get also the weights. So this is a very interesting product because not every figures from the shippers for the shipments are correct, especially in the air freight. And there are kilogram rates, and it's a price calculation at the end. So if you got the right data, it's really important to get the right data to get the right price from the shipper at the end. So this was very interesting, positive effect for the calculation. The second one was Enride. So I got them last time or last year in my session. Enride is for me a really game changer for the industry. They offer sustainable transport with autonomous driving and transport system. They got really test fields with Schenker in Sweden for different, or in their plants, and now they got the allowance to drive on slower roads with their electrical trucks. It's a really interesting system, and I think it's really in the future. Last time we talked about how long does it take. I said to you 5 years. I would say today 2 years. They got the allowance to drive in Sweden on the highways. And the last one was Trax. Trax also very interesting, but an early stage startup. Trax is a system for predictive fuel analytics and reduced fuel consumption. That means they're using AI and bringing benefit for your pricing, for your planning of transport at the end. They save fuel and at the end CO2 emissions through activating data from the trucks and the surroundings from the truck and the environment.
I mean, if you look at the ideas they just presented, can you use them for your business? Can you take something out of it for Sovereign?
Yes, to be honest, I got a talk with Enride before the session, because we are very interesting to work with them together. We got a similar project in Frankfurt called Smart Air Cargo Trailer Project, where we get the real-time data when we load a truck and combine it with autonomous driving. And I think Enride got the right trucks for us. So we're in close discussion for the future to use this. Also, Cargometer is very interesting for us. I think we go in discussion, and also Trax interesting. Although all 3 parties would be interesting for Sovereign for the future.
So we can see autonomous driving Sovereign trucks in the near future then, or what is that?
Yeah, we can see. So we worked 2 years together with a consortium in Frankfurt together on the Smart Air Cargo Trailer with Cargo Steps, Fraunhofer together, developed such things. And I think in closed areas like the Frankfurt airport, it's not so far away. So we got a big fleet with 30 trucks into the airport. So I think the next 5 years we could think about to switch in autonomous trucks. On the highways in Germany, I think there are many restrictions. It maybe take a little bit longer, but in closed areas, why not?
Maybe last question you just mentioned. I mean, regulation, laws, it's always a matter how fast you can implement ideas like that. For example, autonomous driving or something like that, platooning, all these kind of things. Was that mentioned in the session, that these are really big hinderers for the development for startups?
Yeah, all 3 startups got this question, and all 3 told us that at the end the process is slowly when the government comes in at the end. This is a real problem. I think in some countries it's maybe a little bit faster, like in Sweden we see it with Enride. But I think the development could not be stopped at the end, and the governments must make some ways easier for us.
All right, thanks a lot. I think you will have another session today, so see you again, and yeah, enjoy. Thanks.